What up, everybody? How are we doing?
What's going on? It's been a little bit. We got some people in the chat. Oh boy, look at this. We got Crunchy in the chat. We've got Chip, Ian Rudius. We've got Chaotic Kyle here, little artists in the chat, Crypto Ream, and we're joined here by Sander. Sander, thanks for hopping on here. Sander is an absolute stud, and we'll get into why in just a second. But it's good to see you, Sander.
Yeah, guys, likewise. It's just good fun working with you guys the last couple of weeks. Maybe I give away a little bit too much, but I'm really looking forward to this stream. So it's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah. So some context there. I got some DMs from a couple of people on Twitter because they saw a little post with it. There was a name on the post, and they're like, "Finstar, what are you up to over there?" And so Bomb and I connected, and we were like, "Okay, hey, it's go time right now." And it's really been exciting. Bomb, I don't know if you want to share just kind of what you've been working on. We can kind of do some personal life updates, and then we can jump into just why we're super excited about the next era of Hello.
Perfect. Yeah. No. First of all, I'm getting feedback actually, so I should probably fix that real quick. But yeah, no, it's been awesome, and it's been a ton of fun, and I'm trying to figure out if you guys can hear me twice or why I'm getting picked up twice. Maybe it's, I don't know where. I'll figure it out while someone else talks. But yeah, it's been great, and been living life on the personal side, doing a lot of things with work and whatnot. It's been a ton of fun.
Hey, Bomb, I'm getting some double voice now and feedback. I wasn't getting it before, but you're doubled up now. I think you've got like 3 applications there that we're hearing you from, but that's all right. Here, we'll jump right in, guys. So a couple of quick updates. So for Bomb has he's been working hard at his job and crushing it. He's been doing some exciting things. Their company has worked with a lot of big name clients there, and specifically your company was doing something pretty big for a pretty big client there. I don't know if you can share now that it's after, or if we got to keep that confidential there, but probably said too much on that.
We should probably, yeah.
Okay, we'll keep that on the down low for now. Sorry, everybody. But some pretty exciting stuff there. I've been out of pocket for a little bit too. I have a little baby girl. I don't know how much we've shared about that with you guys, but she is now 9 months old, and so I'm getting about 9 minutes of sleep at night. So that's been plenty of fun. But really, what we're super excited about, and this is something that we wanted to share with you guys, just as soon as there was something really ready to go, is there's this new kind of idea and new concept. What Bomb? Are we doing spin the wheel? Oh, how's Sander doing? Oh my goodness, we know how Sander's doing, but you guys don't know how Sander doing.
Sander, you guys can read my ex. Yeah, no, I'm good, guys. I'm good. It's been a crazy time. Bear markets, bull markets, hello, killer whales. I think we're going to go through the story in a bit, but we've been doing good, right? Trying to grow the Hello company together with the core team. Having a lot of fun, running the incubators, trying to, attach more people to the Hello brand. So, we're well.
Love that. Love to hear that. And so we can get into the little history. So for everyone that's been with the Hello team, and it's funny because we've got some friends on the other side of the world that unfortunately aren't able to see this stream, but they will be catching it later on. So we want to make sure we're communicating for those people as well that are going to be watching the replay. So there's been kind of what we would describe as 3 eras of Hello, and we're about to enter our 3rd era. And now here's kind of how we would split those eras up, if you will. The first one is kind of Doge Dash into early Hello days, right? Those of you that have been around since the very beginning, the excitement that we all had trying the Doge Dash demo, right? It was just a demo level that was put out, but we were like, man, this is amazing. There was community there, excitement around the creation of that. And we were all like doing tutorials on trying to beat the levels as the levels would come out. There was a lot of community excitement and involvement, right? When we had that, Doge Dash duels, that's where Doge Dash duels first came out, and the excitement around that, right? Like where we could challenge one another, we could bet that the loser would have to do something. You guys probably saw me putting on a onesie and having to, talk about this inside a mall to strangers. But that kind of organic feel, right? Yeah, well, there's other words for it, but we'll go with that one.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
So that was enjoyed it the most, not having to put on the onesie, but I mean that's just me specifically.
Oh, but that was short-lived because later on, Baum would wear the onesie. Go running up the hill there, Rocky. So that was kind of the OG feel, but the real big thing that we didn't have, we had a very core focused product, right? We had community involvement and excitement, token utility, but there wasn't that sustainability aspect, right? That model could only exist for so long. So cut to era 2. That's where sustainability really entered the chat. And then we had an awesome product that was talked about for a long time, that, super clean killer whales product that got out there, massive partnership, sponsorship, KOLs, all that good stuff. But at the same time, what you kind of sacrificed just a little bit, right, was that community involvement or truly feeling engaged in that product, because it was built for the community, but there wasn't as much that the community could participate in that. Right. And the token utility by effect was experiencing a downturn as well in those specific areas. Well, era 3, this is kind of where we captivate the best of both eras, right? We're going to return to that community and creator feel with that token utility that's just going to be firing on all cylinders. And the product itself is going to be just as rad as the products that we've seen and the quality that we've seen. And here at the epicenter of everything is actually going to be the Hello community member and the creator. So we're going to actually be able to share a little bit more than we thought we would be able to share, because Sander just threw it down and said, you know what, let's share what we've got going on. Again, none of this is finalized just yet. So we're going to get into that exactly, what is being built, why it's being built, and why we think it's so exciting, and why you guys are going to be stoked about what's coming too. But before we do that, we're going to do some giveaways. We got to do some giveaways. Baum and I actually calculated it out not too long ago, but back in the old days when our market cap was relatively similar to where it is at now, Baum and I would do giveaways. Well, when Hello went up, of course, we calculated out, oh my gosh, we've given away now tens of thousands of dollars relative to tokens, because the token went so high up. So maybe we'll have a little bit of a blast to that past as well. So if you guys want to participate in this, go ahead and type spin in the chat, and we'll go ahead and get you on the wheel for that to spin. We got Crypto Reem just at the gym watching us. Get that good pump there, Crypto Reem. We want to make sure that you're saying hello to Danes over there.
Not only on the physical pump, but let's carry that over to the crypto right now.
And we've also got Chip here saying, Chip, I haven't played Doge Dash in a very long time. Oh yeah, Ian Rudy is talking about the Doge Dash days. Yeah, we talked about that with a lot of OGs, the good old Doge Dash days. So go ahead and type spin. We'll have your names added to the chat. Sorry for those of you watching in replay. We're not going to be able to add you to the wheel, of course, but we'll try to do a later stream as well in the day to get our New Zealand, Australia friends and all of that good stuff in here. But just go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in the meantime, Sander, what do you feel is something like, as you're looking at the market? I know you guys have a lot of different things that you guys got going on. Obviously, I'm still getting feedback, and I think I silenced it a little bit. But what's the thing that's got you excited the most, probably, as you kind of look towards the middle of the year, towards the end of the year? What's some things that are like really sticking for you guys at Hello, or something that's really, really big that you're feeling that's going to be able to kind of carry throughout the year?
Well, that's a good question. Good question, Baum. There is a lot of stuff going on, right, in the space. And I think we also see it in the charts right now. I think that a lot of people were thinking like, hey, we're going to have that further dip down. It looks like Michael Saylor is just buying up the entire market. A lot of movement there. So, and we know if Bitcoin goes up, the rest goes up as well, right? So I think there are like a couple of like really interesting things going on right now. Especially within the Hello ecosystem. So within the Hello ecosystem, we are really focused on helping L1s and L2s scale. We're doing that partially by the show, but also through the incubators, accelerators. The whole idea is when we run these incubators and accelerators, we bring these projects also into the Hello ecosystem, and that is going tremendously well. for example, the Moonbeam incubator with the games. That is something that we'll probably touch on a little bit in the not so far distant future. But that is really interesting. The same thing allows for anything that we've built around the token, right? Our true focus right now is on how do we make things more engaging, how do we make them more fun, and how do we integrate the token a lot more in anything that we do, so that it only becomes a matter of time before the token basically goes up by itself, because there is this natural attraction, there is the burning mechanism, there is the usage. So there are a lot of things happening at the same time. So yeah, there is just a lot of stuff going on. Last week, we launched Killer Trades together with Craig Cobb for the people that really want to trade. Of course, this will also be translated into the Hello DEX and the Hello Trade products. Today, we're discussing this product. And of course, with AI coming up, we can do a lot more. A lot
Absolutely.
faster, with a lot more fun.
Yeah. And it has been fun. So Sander has been just awesome to collaborate with on this, because I mean, they're just the discussions. It's really fun, right? Because we can look at, what would be really cool to build, and then Sander's like, yeah, and then what about this? And then we go out and we see Sander's built that, right? And it's like, wow, that was so fast. Like, I told Sander, it was one of our early chats, I was like, you built this so quickly. Like, what the heck? And he's like, that's how we do it here at Hello, right? Like, so it's one of those things where this is kind of coming to being with us being able to participate in this for like a month now. And yet it's already cool how, much has been, developed and is ready to just kind of show you guys. Again, it's a draft, right? We want to just stress that this is not finalized by any stretch, and that this is a constant work in progress. But now I guess we can share the concept, right? The concept, the idea, and really Sander, I'll turn it over to you if you want to just share the broad specifics of really what the mission is behind this specific product.
Yeah, 100%. I will do that. But where are we going into giving something away to somebody?
That's exactly right, Sander. See,
now for those of you that have been here for a while, you're like, Bomb wanting to do giveaways? What? He was always jumping away from the wheel. So we've seen some character improvement there, Bomb. We love it. We love it.
It's true. It's true. No, that's good. That's good. Yes. I remember when Finn and I were talking about it a little bit ago too, like you're saying, the amount of tokens, it hurt to see. I'm going to be honest. It hurt to see. I was like, shoot, we gave away way too many.
It's crazy, right? Yeah. Yeah, but that is also the cool thing, right? If everything's in a bear, right, and you buy tokens now, they're going to do a 10x.
Oh,
what
yeah.
Did we did last time? We did like a 40x, 50x.
Yeah, that's I think a really neat thing to point out is Bomb and I were looking at our previous entry, right? It was like between $4.5 million market cap to about 7 was where we were like at the bottom, right? And bought in order to experience that massive rise. Guys, right now we're at like a $2 million market cap. So everything from that, again, just do with that what you will. But we're like, man, there is opportunity here for us to build something really special. A lot of people can benefit from, and a lot of people can use. And the Hello token is at the heart of it. Because that's the thing, as long as the Hello token is connected to it and the currency behind that ecosystem, if you will, that's just where the value truly lies as well. So now we'll have the little spin the wheel. We've got some people here. I don't know if Sander wants to do a little countdown, but how many tokens are we giving away here, Bomb? What do you think? What should it be here?
Solid 5 tokens.
No, I think we got to up it. Tell you what, you guys drop some suggestions in the chat. Looks like we've got Ian Rudius saying 100,000 tokens. I love that, man. What is the value of 100,000 tokens right now, Bomb? That's got to be crazy.
100,000 tokens. That's too much math for me. That's
too much math. So how much is that? And Ian Rudius, you better tell us the truth in that chat there, don't you? It's gonna be like, that's like $5, guys. No, Crunchy, let's rope you back down to reality real quick if we could. Wow. Crunchy, we're giving away the double whale status right there, apparently. Okay, what's 100K? That I feel like that's a ton. I don't think we've ever given away that
That's,
many.
that's
So
what I'm saying.
it's got.
They're getting real greedy in here.
What's happened, guys? Are we getting a little greedy over there?
I think like 100K is like $270.
Holy
like
moly, Ian
Yeah,
Rudius! My goodness, that's a ton of $300 that may 100. Yeah, 280 is what Ian Rudius is saying. All right, so we got someone asking for 280. What do you think, Bomb? Should we bring it back down to like 50K?
That's higher than I thought, but I mean, shoot. I was thinking 20. 20K was
You're thinking 20? Well, let's start with 20, and then as Bomb gets a little bit more generous toward the end of the stream, we'll maybe be able to up it from there. But we'll go ahead and start with 20K. So we're gonna have 20K in the chat, and if you want to go ahead and type out the winner there too. Got Kyle, we hungry over here. Yeah,
in other words, this is coming from your wallet, right, Finn? No.
Yeah, no, 100%. You got it, boy. All right, we'll do this. We'll do our first spin. Now, is there anyone that you want to win this one, Bomb, on the wheel that you can see?
Can I add my name again? Because I
Oh yeah, we got our spoiler. Tell you what, you can add your.
Who are these guys?
They're giving tokens to one
It's
another.
terrible. It's terrible.
So tell you what, Bomb, you can add your name to the wheel, but we'll have to up it to 25 if you do.
Okay, perfect. 25, because we're probably gonna do more than this.
100%.
So
Absolutely.
20,
Yeah,
we'll do 25, one-stop winner, and then we'll get into this new idea here. All right.
Okay,
That works?
sounds
Here we
good.
go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good luck, everybody. Let's get into it. I want to see what
Ooh.
we got going on, but much love. Love it, Chaotic Kyle. Here we go. Spinning the wheel. 25K. The winner is. Chip.
Chip. I was gonna say Chip that you were gonna want Chip to win. So that's rigged. We'll just say that's rigged, and that Bomb is rigged that in Chip's favor. I love it. Chip, congratulations. We got 25,000 tokens for Chip. Oh boy, headed your way. That's right. So just DM us after the game, or actually we have your DM, so we can reach out there for 25,000 Hello tokens. Congratulations. Now again, not to put any proverbial cart before a horse here, but 25,000 tokens. What was that at the all-time high, or even close to it? That's man, that's more than a Disneyland pass right there, isn't that, Bob?
100%. 100%.
Love that. All right, so now I think we dive into a little bit of the concept. We'll come back to the wheel. For those of you who are still with us, we'll do another spin round so that you got to stay with us, right? You can't just type in spin and then collect after the stream. So we'll get another round of spins in a sec. But in the meantime, Sander, if you want to share with us the concept, the idea, what has us so excited about Era 3 of Hello?
Yeah, it's actually cool for me to explain this because basically it was your idea, right? So also, giving credit where the credit's due, right? But basically what we said is we have two things, right? So we have Doge Dash, super simple, everybody loves it, you can fall in love with it. And then the other hand, we have this basically the biggest television show in the space, the biggest media production, the biggest audience, everybody's there. And what we've seen in the last 2 years is that any and all creators have DM'd us, whether that be in KOLs, influencers, mainstream KOLs, mainstream YouTube creators. They've all asked us, hey, can we be a part of the show in some shape or form? And the way we tackled that in the first season was basically, let's first get the show out there. Let's make sure that it's done and that it works. The second season, we basically invited about 20 KOLs into a second studio for Killer Whales. The first day, there were like 20, 25 people, but the day after, there were 50. And the day after that, there were 100 people. Even Jason Derulo came pulling up. So we saw there is something there. There is something there where we should allow creators to have a podium and a platform to basically create their content, grow their audience, and potentially leverage Killer Whales or the network that we have as a growth factor. So we said, why don't we combine the two? The cuteness and the easiness of Doge Dash together with the content creation platform that basically Killer Whales is, but we wrap it in a new concept. And me and Paul, we have been discussing the idea of Hello Studio for a while. Basically, after Killer Whales season 2 filming, we said what we actually should do is create like a physical place in LA where content creators can come together. They create content. The only thing that they need to do is basically say it's powered by Hello. And of course, with the development of technology and the more digital space that we're in all the time, we started talking, and you guys had a little bit the same idea, but we said, okay, let's create a platform where all the content creators can come. They can drop their content. They can get incentivized. They can get paid by Hello, by their followers giving them tips or boosting their content so they get higher up in the algorithm. But that is not all. We also want them to have this experience where they really deep dive into it and they really can contest and challenge each other. So the idea was born. Why don't we make a contest platform where basically 2 content creators or 4 or 6 can duel with each other of who is creating the best content and has the most engagement. And that is basically what we've been building in the last 2 to 3 weeks, I guess. And we call it Hello Studio. The idea is bring content creators in, give them a basic platform, let the Hello token play a central role in the entire thing, and make sure that we basically have this very simple, very engaging, and very cool platform for people to create content, potentially play games, but also be like a central place where people can create the content and put that out onto different platforms. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, that was man. That was great. And I got goosebumps even just hearing that. Like, let's go.
That's good.
Yeah. No, I mean that's exciting stuff. I mean, and so for the KOLs, for bigger names, right, sponsors and things like that, there's a very obvious added benefit of having this because people want it, right? Can we speak a little bit to the? Let's say we've got Crunchy in the chat here, and Crunchy's like, man, I've always wanted to, start a YouTube channel, but I don't know where to start. I've always wanted to post on TikTok, but I don't know where to start. And like, how can Hello, help that person go from 0 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers to really, being an incubator for that, content creator to help get them through a step-by-step with other people getting, paid from video one in Hello tokens if they can get people excited about their content, right? How does that translate into the broader vision as well?
I think it has a lot to do with incubating talent, right? It can either be on a television show, it can be in a game, it can be with what we're doing with Moonbeam and a couple of other L1s on the background. But I really think that we have a big platform, we have a big reach with Hello. So if we launch this platform, and I think by now people can start testing it, there are basically 3 major things. So one is you can create content and you can test it with your friends. They can give you feedback, they can boost you, they can tip you, they can help you basically get a roll of it. So you basically improve yourself. The second thing is, we as Hello, we're very open and welcoming to help you guys create better content and get it more engaging and getting it out there more professionally. But the third thing is that basically we will start amplifying the content that is being created on that platform so that you not only have to reach on the platform or maybe your existing YouTube channel or your Instagram channel or your TikTok channel, but we will be amplifying that content throughout the Hello and Killer Whales channels. Whether that being Twitter or X or Instagram, it doesn't matter. We'll definitely be amplifying that content. And the cool thing is if you really look at the map, right? So Hello already has games. It already has Supreme content. It already has these incubators, accelerators going on. And basically all of them need amplification. So if we're able to create this creators economy where people can basically create content, they can earn a living from that, it would also be very optimistic for them to, of course, work together with the projects that we're working together with, because they all have the same questions. Do you have content creators that can create cool content and amplify what we're building? So
absolutely. Oh yeah, that's so cool. And I think that answers the question, right? Because you've got a lot of people that they want to grow their own brand, but there hasn't really been enough of a tie-in to Hello, to the Hello token, because it's kind of like, hey, it's powering things behind the scenes, but it's not taking as much of an active role in the ecosystem for those KOLs, big time names, to actually, care as much about Hello as, say, the small time creator that wants to see the Hello token go up as well, as a byproduct of what they're doing, right? So it's almost
correct.
Like you get to captivate both of those, which is really cool. Not just the big name, but also the the person that's at the early growth stages of their content creation journey, it also helps them and facilitates that through too. So anyway, we got some comments here we can get to real quick. We've got Crunchy saying, Crunchy, that's me. Yeah, Crunchy, we want to hear your idea for your channel, like what you want to post about, which we're now going to get to the site and show some things from the site. Chaotic Kyle saying, this is massive. We've got Crypto Ream saying, hey guys, sorry I have to go for a bit. Not sure how long you guys are going to be on, but love seeing this come back. Awesome, Crypto Ream. Get more of that pump on. We love that for you. And so basically what we really want to share now from the site, we'll go to that in just a second, is you guys are going to see it's not just a place where you're going to be able to upload content. You're going to be able to upload, interface with other people's content, really get that feedback loop coming back toward you, but also there's a fun element that Doge Dash Duels kind of shines through in some ways here, where you can kind of compete with some other people in duels, in group battles and things like that, which that is probably the thing. And then Sander threw in this awesome concept too, which I was just telling him before we hopped on. I'm way more stoked about that than I'm like anything else. So there's really some cool ideas there that are popping off. Bomb, can they see this on stream?
Yes.
Okay, cool. They can see the thing. Can you just show us really quickly? Again, guys, here's the overall site from the get-go here. You want to check out the Discover page, and you might need to scroll down a little bit once you click on the Discover page to get kind of the thumbnails there from some of the videos, because there's just been a bunch of videos that are testing there. But you guys can see when you scroll down there, like there's a live feed section there that you can put. And yes, Ian Rudius, to answer your question, hello tokens are on the line when it comes to duels. I don't know. I don't have the live feed. There's a slight lag on my screen. So Bomb, if you want to share what you're looking at there as you're checking out the site.
Yeah, no, this is scrolling through the Discover page here, but I think the real neat thing, I don't know why I have an echo. I still don't understand what's going on.
I don't think I'm getting an echo from our side.
Me neither. Me neither.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's me then. Okay, perfect. I'll just, the voices in my head. No, I think it's really unique.
You're just gonna blow past that. Yeah. Bomb's chatting to himself. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
True.
No, but it's really neat because I think it takes the aspect of trying to grow with everybody. Like you look at, okay, if for example, I want to start a YouTube channel, I'm going to try to do something really big and I'm going to start posting videos here, whatever it is, right? And you lose the community aspect that people have built in crypto. And now this is a way to bridge everything together, which I think is so unique. And two, it's powered by the token. Like, it's just like the coolest thing. And it's like, dude, this is amazing because it's now you're immediately thrown into being a KOL almost. You're in the mind, right? And you're building that up to like learn how to be better about it. And I think it's just, this is going to be so gnarly. I love it. But this is a little bit of just the Discover page. I'm like looking at, there's a post from Instagram here. There's YouTube here. I think there's an X post. Yeah, an X post.
TikTok as well.
TikTok.
Yeah.
It takes everything. And like, again, this was like, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and Sander already threw everything together. He was just like, here you go. Sander, his post about vibe coding, I hope that makes a little bit more sense on like what he's been able to do so quickly. He's been just awesome in not only getting it like visually where it's a cool site, right? But also the functionality behind the scenes of like even testing it out, right? And seeing how it functions on duels, for example. And like, which maybe you can share that next Bomb there, but like the duels and really what is behind that, which I don't think on your profile, have you completed all the stages? So on this, there's an earned progression model where the more you complete, the more badges you get and things you unlock within the studio as well. So there's kind of that incentive, right, for creators to create their own account, post their first video, because
anyone that's put together content creation, right? You know that like, man, I did a long form video, like I filmed it. It took me a couple of hours to do it, edit it, and then you post it and you're like, please, can I just have some views on this? Please, can I just get some likes? And if you don't get that immediate like positive feedback, you kind of don't have that encouragement to go further and further. So that's another thing that this site does, is it captivates that encouragement factor of you're actually progressing. Kind of like if you went to the gym and you did this really hard workout and you didn't see, any results. But now if you're Crypto Reem and you've been doing this for a while, you know that you got the pump going on, right? But we're there kind of to help get that channel going, and like, hey, you posted your first video, that's awesome, you got this badge, now you have this functionality, now you can participate in duels, now you completed a duel, you can participate in group battles, now you've done a group battle, you can participate in like a solo run here. So it's really cool that there's that earned progression that you get, where you're getting that traction as well, that you can actually measure on the site. So Bomb, I'll turn it over to you. I can't see the live part of your screen there, but do you want to explain what you're seeing there?
Yeah, no. So this is the duels aspect, creator versus creator here, and that's, again, I have not unlocked this stage yet. so
We got, well, of course, we got the one guy that hasn't unlocked this, sharing his screen. But can you go to your profile, go to your dashboard, if you will?
Well, I was just going to show, this is the duel real quick. This is a previous duel that technically already took place in a test, right? Where you had people come in here, right? It was one person versus another person. And then you could see people voting on it and see which one, ended up doing better than the other person, right? And it's obviously a test duel, but you can see that to where it's now getting community involvement, total prize. They're winning hello tokens here. It's like all that included. But then if you, like you're saying, infuse that with like Ian Rudius is saying, yeah, gaming elements and addictive stuff may help the games self-market. Yeah, like that whole aspect of throwing that in there too would be huge. And
combined with Sander has for like live duels, predictive market, where you can say, hey, I think so and so will win this before the duel even begins, and then it adds another element for the watcher or the audience member, which is pretty neat. Because if you think about this, guys, sponsors can also sponsor a battle or a duel or something that people are competing in. So that people go to content creators that even have like 8 or 10,000 followers on like a smaller platform, right? And they'll say, hey, I want you to push this. How much more if you could put it out there as a prize pool for people to earn that amount by participating in a duel or something of that nature. So Hello also, for badges that you can earn, are going to have challenges, right? Like weekly challenges that you can complete to get that traction with some prompts that are, easy for you to see, and kind of upload your own videos there, coinciding with that prompt or that monthly challenge. Go ahead, Bomb.
There we go. I'm gonna use. No, I can't.
No, now it's double feedback.
We're just gonna do this. I'm gonna live with a voice in my head. That's fine.
Nothing new. Nothing new.
No. So yeah, this is gonna be terrible. All right. So I think what's really, I actually want to turn this to Sander real quick on a question here. When we're looking at this and getting this all going, where do you see this benefits? Like hello, how would this flow in? Because it goes back. I knew it. If that question makes sense, I'm gonna mute myself again practically and try to figure this out. Yeah. So like, how does like, as creators, it's awesome, but is there a way that this is like the marketing aspect of sharing? Like, what does that look like in terms of how can Hello really benefit from this and the incubator status of it, whatever it is? What does that look like maybe for you?
Yeah, I think a lot of things at the same time, right? So one thing is like very clear. We want to create a platform for creators to start growing their audience, right? And how we do that is by gamifying the entire thing, right? So you can just go on here, you can go on with your friends, you can start a competition, you can start a duel, you can challenge somebody directly, or you can just like say like, hey, let's find 4 content creators that are gonna, I don't know, create the best gameplay footage from Doge Dash, and the community can decide who has the best content. There are a couple of like gamifications in there that allow people to make use of the Hello token. So, and in non-specific order, but I will start with the most simple one. YouTube uses a like button and a viewing algorithm to actually create, show you content if you're just browsing the website. We can do the same thing with something that we call a signal, which is basically a signal. You say, hey, I like this content, it's really cool, but it doesn't have the same amount of value in the algorithm as a boost. And a boost costs 1 hello. And you can boost a certain piece of content, for example, 25 times. So if you really think about the battle mechanism or a duel, and the amount of boosts depends or determines who is going to win, you can already see that there is like potentially a lot of token usage there. It's 1 hello. It's not a lot of money, right? It's like nothing. So basically, this is definitely going to help with that. But there are also other things there. So people, for example, if you create content and you're really trying to build an audience, you can like highlight your content in the timeline. So you can pay 100 hello and your content will get highlighted for like 24 hours. There are a couple of like other cool things. I'm not sure if we already want to go there, but there are like a lot of options for people to basically use content. There's one thing that I can still mention. So if you, for example, search for a profile that is called Sander Tree, I think that is the one. You must be able to find it. Yeah, so that one has like a plus subscription, which is basically like a YouTube Red or like a LinkedIn Premium or a verified Meta. That allows, for example, a creator to be more visible in the timeline. That costs, I believe, like 1,500 hello. You can see that it's gamified. You can see how many duels this person has won.
And check out the battles too, by the way. Yeah, that's or the badges, excuse me, so on Sander's profile. Look at that. He's an elite creator, guys.
Yeah, how cool is that, right? Yeah. So it's not only by creating content, but also getting the right amount of boosts. So, basically in the end, it's all Hello token that is being used for this. So another thing is, for example, if you go into a duel, you can say, well, I want to go into a duel, but I want to bet 1,000 hello on this. And the other person that is coming in also needs to pay this 1,000 hello, right? And the winner takes all. So it's a really funny mechanism. And I think we have like a 5% fee on the withdrawal. So there's always like this 5% that is basically getting burned all the time. So that's a really cool mechanism. And then there are other things that we've built in that is going to make it even crazier. But
yeah, it's super great explanation there, Sander. That was awesome. And that answers Ian Rudius, your question there too. On the Hello platform will take, a portion of that, of the 5%. Of that. So the creator's getting the bulk of everything, right? They're winning, right? But also all of us with every video duel, every participation on this platform is going to benefit as well. So think about that 100%. As a token holder, community member, content creator, everyone's winning. And the Hello, company as a whole has that longevity and sustainability factor that we were talking about, like in era 1, that we didn't necessarily have. Now, copy that, and I don't know if I'm getting too far ahead of this, but also think about the connections that Hello has, CoinMarketCap, and many of them, not to name, names on this, but think about sponsors that would like to take part in, a battle or a battle prompt that then creators are creating content around, right? And you can even showcase the analytics to that sponsor for what their, sponsored post was able to do for even what would be for them a very small prize pool at the current Hello token value, right? But that value would only go up presumably as things go into the future. So it's very exciting. We're excited about it. You guys know we always like the gamified aspect of Doge Dash and just how the game and community interaction. And now this really, like Sander said on his Twitter post not too long ago, this returns Hello into the hands of content creators in the community. And that's what I think we're all the most excited about.
Yeah. No, I'm still getting feedback, but it's whatever. If you guys can't, I can't fix it. It'll be next time.
I'm getting no feedback. No feedback. You're just getting the voices.
Oh, we're
in your
good.
head.
We're
That's
good.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
This idea, like the aspect of bringing this again, live streams or whatever it is, like I totally understand it. This is we grew up at Hello as a gaming community at the beginning, right? So that gaming vibe has always been there, and I think that challenge, that aspect of like, let me compete against somebody, like let me do this, as well as mixing in that content creation. It's literally just a combination of everything, and I think it's really unique. I think it's going to be something that's going to be massive, to be honest, because I think it's taking little bits of like every little thing that kind of works, and then we're just flooding it with, again, the Hello token and ecosystem, and it's just like, dude, it's so many. I love it. That's all I'm gonna say. I think it's awesome, and I am still stuck on number 1 because I haven't posted any videos here yet as a test, but I gotta get on that today.
Yeah, you do.
With work.
No, it's been pretty cool to see the badge and the earn progression, like how it unlocks when you do something. It unlocks it, and it's like, hey, now you can participate in a duel. Now you can participate in a group battle. Now you can participate in a solo run and a sponsored solo run. So it's like you're not just ganging that, eligibility for functionality with different, things that you can do, but you're also opening up your earning potential, your audience, all that stuff when you're getting that earn progression. So we got Kevin in the chat here as well. Kevin, what's up? Ian Rudius, I'll get to your chat real quick. He said we need to give incentives to early adopters and people to spread the word on the gaming dual aspect of this to get it jump started, maybe. Yeah, so this is where, guys, as you know, take a look at the market cap right now. You guys are all about as early adopters as you could be in this idea. We're not at the ground floor, right? We're at the basement ready to climb up these elevators. So I think it's a unique opportunity for everyone that's here, right? That it did not exist, right? A month, 2, 3, 4, 5 months ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. That it's a really unique opportunity right now. But to answer Ian Rudius's question, Sandra, I mean, we could turn it over to you on that. Is there anything that you would say we could do to spread the word about it as community members? Maybe what Hello, the core team and some of those relationships, like what are some of those next steps that we can take as community members to almost mirror or amplify what the core team is going to be doing around that?
Guys, I think you guys need to be enthusiastic about it. We're listening to what you guys are saying, but in all basicality, it's about creating the content, using the platform, talking about it, going onto live streams, talking about different people. We'll be trying to get in more creators, but we need to do the exact same thing as we did with DogeDash, right? We need to tell people about it, be bullish on it, make sure that we get people in, that people actually, create these great stories like, I'm making a monthly salary from playing DogeDash, right? These stories were epic, right?
Yeah.
And it was so fulfilling, it was so cool. And I think globally, there are so many people that are basically looking for a way to make a decent living, right? So this is one of the things that you can easily do if you really do the calculations and the math behind it. If you become one of the early content creators, it's the same with Instagram, or TikTok. If you're early there, you build a huge platform, you build a huge following, and you can monetize that in so many different ways. The hard thing with these platforms is that you need to monetize through sponsorships and stuff like that. Here, the platform monetizes itself. So
absolutely. And that's another great thing, Sandra. Sorry, I just wanted to interject there real quick. So a lot of these other platforms like YouTube, for example, you have to hit a certain subscriber count. You have to have, certain specifications before you can monetize. Tell us how that kind of almost doesn't necessarily happen with this platform, or it's very different from that traditional model.
Well, it already starts when you create a profile, right? So you go onto the website, you create a profile, you can do it with email or with your wallet, doesn't matter what you want to use. And it will prompt you saying, hey, go on a solo run, create content, put it out there and start growing an audience. And as soon as the audience is there, they can support you. They can support you with a boost, which is a couple of Hello. They can also tip you. They can give you a donation so they can pay you directly. And it really helps you to build up that skill, creating content, but also interacting with your followers and seeing, okay, what works and what do we want to do? So this platform potentially pays you from day one. It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
right?
that's awesome. And this platform helps incubate and grow audiences on external platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, right? That's the goal, right? Is for people that want to be these big content creators on these external platforms as well. It's the incubator to help, kind of supercharge their growth on those external platforms, which I just think there's only wins I'm seeing here, right? Like it's only good stuff. But we'll go over to chat real quick. Crunchy saying, "Yep, it will help the job market." Kevin saying, "Can I put my son's YouTube channel on there?" Ian Rudius saying, "Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree with you there, Ian Rudius." So now next step, Sander, with kind of you mentioned it's like at that spot where we're ready for testing. What, like, ideally, realistically, conservatively, when do you think this would be at that stage for testing to kind of be released out there? Is it now? Is it in the next couple of weeks? Like what is timeline looking like in your opinion?
I think we're at the point where, for example, the people in this chat, let's start testing it. Let's start testing the platform, create a profile, explore it, give us feedback, upload some content, create some content. Let's have some fun. And I think we're really there. We've been building our asses off the last couple of weeks. I think everything works. Just today, we switched it over from Hello Test token to the live Hello token. So it's all working. We're still like finding some bugs and making sure that it all gets a little bit better. But I'd say we're like 85-90% there. And I think it's important to get like more feedback from more users that see this and are like, okay, this is like, next level. So
awesome stuff. Well, I mean, we can get to one more spin the wheel, but thank you, Sander, for hopping on. I know we've been on for a little bit, even before the video, to get situated and set up. So we appreciate it. Let's go ahead and do one more spin the wheel. If you guys want to drop in the chat, go ahead and drop spin in the chat, and we'll get to that. Again, sorry for you guys watching in replay. We'll probably have to do a stream next week. Maybe we can do it a little bit later in the afternoon. But if you guys have any questions at all, make sure you're heading over to the Hello Telegram and dropping those, especially those that aren't able to ask this stuff in chat but are going to be watching in a replay. Make sure you're engaging in the Telegram there. Sander's been doing a great job of, man, I've even been on just a couple of chats with Sander, and he's all over in those chats. I'm like, Sander is getting 3 hours of sleep a night over here, answering everybody in all these different chats.
We didn't even talk about a lot of other stuff that is already there, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
People should really start exploring it. It's good fun.
So Sander, tell us a little bit about maybe some things that we missed, because there's a bunch of functionality on the site right now.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So what are some things that maybe we missed when kind of going through it that has you excited? If you could say like a top 2 or 3.
I think if there is like a top 3, so one is we're working on a function that is called, oh my God, I even forgot it, right? There is a function that is called serve. So it's serve. So it works like Instagram, TikTok on your mobile phone. So we're working on the app version. So you can just like go through content, tip people, like people, boost people, like all interactive. So that is like really cool. The other thing that is already functioning is that there is a chat. So there is a chat in Hello Studio that you can just like use, but it's also connected to a Telegram channel. So you can also chat in the Telegram channel. And if you want, we can just also auto post it to the Hello Labs Telegram channel. And the cool thing is in the chat on the platform itself, you can also see who is being challenged, how many tokens are being put into a pool, if you want to participate, if there is something open. So you can tag each other. You can see what status somebody has, so what tier he is. So there's a lot of like fun stuff there, and I'm hoping that it's going to be more of like a central point in the game where people can challenge each other, chat, etc., etc.
Yeah, and Bob, can you show us that really quickly? Can you show us that arena chat? And then on the screen, can you go to so check that out, guys. I don't know if you can see the full window. You might have to.
I moved it over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it right here. There's Lightning duel accepted. Duel challenges where it shows who's challenging. Chat going. You can type something in there.
That's so cool. I love that. I love that where you can see like boosts that have shown up. Yeah, oh, there's the site. Now I can see this little full screen there. That is so cool. I love the idea of getting those notifications so you can see, hey, which duels are live, you know, what's the prize pool like, you know, what can you jump into. Sander, you did an exceptional job with that. Just the look of that looks really, really cool. But anyway, I'm sorry I cut you off. You were getting into your your third thing.
It's like just having fun, right? The platform is built for fun and you know, gamification, and also some like prediction side bets. So there is already a function there where, for example, Finn, if you challenge Bomb for a duel and you guys both say we're gonna put in 1,000 hello, from the moment that that duel is started, people can start predicting who is gonna win. So they can start adding tokens to those predictions, which will make the entire pool grow bigger. And then the winner in the end takes all. But if you have predicted on the right person, you will also double your money, triple your money. Depends a little bit on what happens, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fun there that you can start playing around with. And I think this is one of the functionalities that works good for you know, video content creation, but I think it even works better for like gamify, so like duels on Doge Dash or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's really cool. I mean, let us know, guys, what your thoughts are. We got Ian Rudia saying, "Nice, looking good." Yeah, awesome. Yeah, love it. Yeah, it's a really cool. It's a really cool site, and I love that you can, you know, have the arena chat going as you're exploring other sides of the page too, so you don't feel like you're missing an update there too on what's going on in the arena or who's battling. You can watch videos. I know I like to do that. I'll have, you know, if I'm working, I'll have like YouTube open and I'll be listening to something. And so like having two things going on at the same time, I think is really important to keep that attention grabbed on the site. So it's a really neat thing to have a lot of that functionality. Now, third thing, Sander, and then we're going to do a spin the wheel and we'll say our goodbyes. But what was the third thing that you were going to say when I cut?
The third thing.
Was that the third thing?
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was a sub note on
prediction betting.
Sorry. Yeah, prediction betting.
Yeah, I put one in our Telegram chat, so one duel that is like live, but it's like very, very simple, right? You have two people going at it, and you can just select, you know, I'm going to put 100 tokens on Finn or 100 tokens on Bomb, and that basically voting decides who wins, and the whole pot gets bigger. So potentially this can blow up, right? So yeah, there are a lot of fun elements there. We're still building some of the stuff. This part works, but we're looking at, okay, how do we make it quicker? How do we, people, for example, allow live streaming? How do we make sure maybe it becomes the center point to upload content? And potentially, how can we bring in some of the games? So these are things that we're working on and thinking about, but right now it's already in a good place where we're like, okay, you know, let's start testing and adding some content there.
Oh yeah, and one of the things I'll remind you guys know the quality of the Hello team, right? You guys saw that from era 1 through era 2, like the amount that the market responds to what the Hello team is capable of putting out. Now look at where we're at right now. Check out the market cap, do your own research on that, and look at what the Hello team is capable of and the concept that they're working on here, right? And this is something that we're really excited to be able to return this to, like we said, all those things that matter with the Hello community and Hello content creation, you know, that content creator side of it as well. Like check that stuff out and like let's start sharing this. Let's start testing it out. Let's start, you know, getting the word out there. It looks like Sanders dropped that in Telegram. So if you guys aren't added to the Hello Telegram, go ahead and get added to the Hello Telegram. You're going to want to see updates over there. But with that, should we do a little countdown for a spin the wheel? And Bomb, what are the voices in your head telling you the prize pool is going to be for this one? What do you think?
0. We've already given too much away.
No.
No. Guys, I will cover this 25,000.
Oh
my God!
All right, Sanders jumping in. I love it, Sander. All right, let's give him a little applause in the chat there. Sander, way to go. We love it. Another 25,000 courtesy of Sander, if your name is on the wheel here. So do we have everyone added on the wheel?
Let's double check real quick. Make sure you're there. Again, Ian Rudius looks promising. Would love to jump on it if only I'm not too busy in work. Yeah, no, 100%. I think it's got potential to be massive, and it's the ton of work that's already been put into it and what's coming. I think it's just amazing. So yeah, it's
We've got Crunchy saying, looking forward to Finn and Bomb pioneering the duels. Will it be okay to stream crypto gaming and betting on Twitch Kick or YouTube, you think? Or is it against their terms of service? Now, this is and I'll put it over to Sander in just a second on that. But I think one of the things that's really neat to just bear in mind of here is that the content that you're putting out on like a site like YouTube, TikTok, etc., they're going to have their own, specifications for what you can do, right? The age level, all that stuff. And then that's just going to go out on the Hello platform. But Sander, I'll let you answer that question if you want to take that specifically.
No, it's pretty straightforward because you create the content on the YouTube channel and you just replay it, basically post it on the Hello Studio. That's the current setup, right? That's what we're starting off with. So if you then do the predictions on the Hello platform, the Hello Studio platform, it doesn't matter, right? So you get the eyeballs on YouTube, you post it on, it's a very simple posting process on Hello Studio, and then basically the whole mechanism works. We're working on doing that the other way around, but the prediction and the betting element takes place on Hello Studio, not on YouTube or anywhere else.
Love it. No, thank you for that explanation. Love that. And we got Freddie Bear here. Did you add him? He said, hey, how can you spin without me? You guys remember that time when Freddie Bear won like 4 in a row? And out of like 30 people on the wheel, it was insane. And then everyone started changing their last name to Bear, and they started winning. And there was no rigging going on, I promise you. That was crazy. Yeah, we had everyone changing their last name to Bear in the chat. That was hilarious. All right.
Let's do it. Final spin right here. Good luck, everybody. Crunchy, everybody's there. I don't see any names that I'm missing. We're missing the 3 or 4 accounts from Hans or Hassan or whatever it was before.
Hassan number 1 and 2, which Hassan, we don't see you in the chat, but we'd love to catch you on the replay, you and Hans. Hope you guys are doing well.
We miss you guys. No, it's always a joke. I know that I was just a joke. I joked about it. Alrighty, let's do it. And then good luck, everybody. 25,000. Here it is. It's been an hour, so that's usually the cutoff for everybody. But we've kept Sander for too long, probably. So here we go. Oh, I knew it. Logan. Oh, I remember Logan.
Yeah, Logan, good to see you.
Alrighty, final ad. If Logan wins right here at the very end, that'll be crazy. These are my all accounts of me. Exactly. All right, little artists stay here too. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, 25,000 hello tokens. That is just crazy saying that. I told you, I knew it.
Who won? Was it Logan?
It hangs on. It was Logan.
Oh my goodness. We're just in. We got Logan just in the nick of time. Congratulations, Logan. We'll connect with you guys after stream. We're giving away a total of 50,000 tokens. We got 25 from Sander. We got 25 over here. Congratulations, guys. Freddie Bear saying, stop spreading the word, increase our chances. No, we all win when the token goes up, you guys. We all win. Yeah, well, thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you, Sander, for taking so much of your time to explain kind of the concept behind that and all that stuff. Super excited for what the future holds. Hello 2026 is going to be a massive year for Hello. And thank you guys for hopping in the chat. It's good to see you all, and we'll see you again real soon.
Sounds good. See ya.
All right, bye all.